In Millennials and Money today, Hughes of Amatulli and Associates joins us now to take a closer look at why millennials just can't seem to get ahead with their finances. Good as always to see you. And let's start with student debt, because this is a main issue for a lot of people out there who are young Americans.
Yeah, student loan debt is a big thing for millennials, and it makes a lot of them fall behind because they have to pay sometimes $300 to $1,000 depending on what school they went to. And imagine trying to balance that with a new rent payment and still trying to hang out with your friends on the weekends. It gets a little bit tough, and they don't have the financial confidence to make it, and a lot of them are still at home with their parents.
Now, because it happens, do you have any advice on that subject?
Yes, one of the biggest things you can do is look at options for restructuring your student loan debt. Maybe you can get a little bit of lower payment to balance your budget and still have a little bit of fun now, save some money, and pay the student loans.
Yeah, I saw one study that shows that people don't even bother to refinance, and you can do that. You can refinance that debt.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. You can restructure your debt.
Restructure.
Maybe your parents can help you out. Maybe they have equity in their home. So instead of paying 7% on a student loan, you could pay 3% as long as your parents believe that you're going to help them pay it back.
What about going to grad school? A lot of people come out of college and then they go immediately into grad school.
Yeah, grad school, it's a good thing, but a lot of students now are going into it right away. They end up getting a graduate degree, spending more money in student loans. Now they're at $100,000 or more in student loans, and companies are saying, but you have no experience, and they're still coming in at an entry-level job. So it may be better to work a few years after your bachelor's degree, get some experience, then go back for the graduate degree once you see what career path you want to be on.
Because no doubt, a college degree and a graduate degree will pay off in the end, because by the time you get into your 40s, your salary's up here while everybody else's is down here.
Correct, yes.
Another big issue, paying rent.
Paying rent, yes, that's another big issue. A lot of millennials are stacking their debt to the ceiling, meaning they're overspending. Look for rent that's reasonable, that at the end of the month you're not going to be pinching for dollars and eating one meal a day, so to speak. So look for rent that's reasonable, maybe not like in the hot district downtown, maybe a little bit on the outskirts, and somewhere where you could get a decent sized space for a decent price.
All right, also these entry-level jobs, are they really paying enough for millennials to get ahead? It sounds like they're not.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of companies in America are not paying enough for entry-level jobs. They're paying similar salaries that they did 10, 15 years ago. Wage growth has not grown, and expenses have. And when your income doesn't meet expenses, it's tough to live. I think corporations are getting greedy. I think we see that a lot with the upcoming election and some focus on maybe raising the minimum wage. But they also need to raise the wage for entry-level college students.
What about credit cards? How are millennials doing with credit cards?
With credit cards, millennials are using them to get by, and it's okay if you use them and pay them at the end of the month, but sometimes they're using them to go out on the town, to go to the hot spots on the town, or go buy clothes, and that's not necessarily the right way to use your credit.
It catches up with you later.
Yes, exactly.